There's a girl, no joke, completely naked, crying on the sidewalk.
Whoops.
It's great, though.
But
Yeah, it really
super
is.
radio.
Oh, but the girls were pretty fucked up before they got there.
Oh, yeah.
How do you think they felt?
Were.
I had a bat shoved in my ass on a satellite radio show.
On a Tuesday.
That's humiliating.
Tuesday morning.
They're not even on the whole platform yet.
And then more humiliating, fucked by
Jackie, you ever...
And they weren't even in the band. They weren't even in the band. They were helping out.
Yes.
You ever have any of those? Oh, it was, E-Rock's telling me it was the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, so
Yes.
we were back on for maybe a month and a half at that point.
What
Wow.
a bunch of assholes.
And we almost got fired. And the press was sniffing around because the call came on the radio, naked crying girl outside
Do you
the
think
studio.
you secretly wanted to be suspended again?
No, we
Or
were just
You missed
stupid.
doing the
No,
show,
yeah,
right?
we were excited.
We
We wanted
wanted
to pick
to
up where
jump in with
Right,
both
yeah.
feet.
And it was satellite, so we're like, all right, we're going to show you what we can do with this shit.
Rape is good here.
I remember when you guys would be on the cover of the Daily News and the Post, like on a weekly basis. It was great. Those are great fucking shows, man.
Ralphie May saved our asses.
The cover of the Post.
Yeah, that was
unheard
great.
of.
Unless I had to be the good thing that rhymed with Opie.
Oh.
I was always dopey. Opie and dopey, do it again. Like nothing rhymes with Schmanthony.
Hack journalist.
Yeah, they had to
Ocean
Opie
with
and
foam.
Dopey. Yeah, right. Yeah, right with foam, motherfucker. Put it in the drawer.
The other part of that story...
George has a mirror.
Sean and George is helping us out. The other part of that story, Ralphie May was in that day. You know, he was plugging a gig. And we were in deep shit, and the cop recognized Ralphie May, and Ralphie May was actually able to help us out a bit.
Instrumental, yes.
He actually, really helped that day.
Really?
I'll never forget Ralphie May for that, man. Holy shit.
George fucked the stripper.
Is he the guy? Is he the You Go Now guy? The Chinese all you can eat, or is
John
that the other
Panette.
fat guy?
Oh, John Panette.
The other fat guy.
They would both
Fucking
hate you for
Otto.
mixing that up.
You hear what happened?
disappointment to your parents.
You hear what happened to Ralphie May in Guam?
What happened?
To Ralphie May in Guam?
They worship him.
They made him king.
He was
He had a
Towed in
mirror.
a
a B-17 and dropped on Japan.
They started,
mirror, and
they
then-
started building settlements on him.
I claim you for the Queen of Spain.
He became an atoll.
Put a wiffle ball bat in his head.
We get any more fat jokes?
Yeah.
Why'd I go with the question there?
His blood type is ragu.
Ralphie's in Guam with pot on him and decides it's a good idea to pet police dogs at the airport.
Oh, my God.
It's one of the greatest stories to come out in years.
When?
You don't know that story either?
Pet the police dog,
You must
too?
have been
Jesus.
doing Leno when we brought it up.
Yeah.
2 months ago, he got arrested in Guam because he had pot on him, and he sees a cute dog and decides to pet the fucking dog
That's
at the
a
airport.
stupid
How dumb
man.
is that?
That is beautiful.
It's so dumb. We're
It's so
thinking he
dumb,
did it
but-
on purpose.
How long was he in jail for?
I don't know how it all ended. Do you know, E-Rock?
Blind policeman.
Yeah, we're looking it up right now. But
Wow. I didn't hear that.
You didn't
That
hear
is
that one?
stupid.
Yeah, what a dope.
He's going to be on the show Locked Up Obese.
Did you guys ever feel like you were going to get fired and you didn't?
fat.
Were you skated one?
Well, you know what? I was too low level. You know what I mean? The firing.
No, but you're in the you're
No,
on
I
the
mean-
show and you're like, holy shit, this can't be good.
You know, like the
But Howard-
FCC stuff that happened, you know, that was always fun because the FCC stuff would happen afterwards, and it was nothing like seeing your jokes in a law
Oh,
brief.
those are the
We
funniest.
talk about that.
When you read what you said completely out of context.
The first thing that we got the FCC thing for, they'd say, here, you should read this. You know, we've been cited, and the first thing was Susan Berserkowitz. Me and Fred wrote the song. I Gotta Be Me, but it was I Love Sodomy. And it was like, you know, down on my knees,
shoehorning.
begging you, please, I love sodomy. And it's typed out in a lawyer brief. And you just piss yourself.
Yeah.
It's hysterical.
That's in a law book somewhere now.
Yeah, when you see your name and then your comments, and you're like, did I say that?
Wow.
Oof.
You would get
Sounds-
ideas from all the other assholes getting in trouble with the
Yeah.
FCC. It's like, we're not learning anything. We're going to fucking steal that fucking line.
It's so crazy.
The FCC can still tamper with you even though you're allowed to curse on radio? There's
No,
still
on satellite they can't.
They can't?
No.
You can say anything?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, it's
pretty
a whole
much.
different world, though. The FCC, I don't worry about at all. Even if I was on regular radio, it's the people running the radio
Yeah,
stations.
you can't
I worry about
incite
way
things.
more than the FCC.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The special interest groups and all the fucking pussies that run the radio stations.
Yeah, you don't want to incite
way
the
worse,
wrong people. You know?
Way worse than the FCC.
Really?
Yeah, at the end of our careers on commercial radio, that was a joke. The FCC, We didn't worry about the
FCC didn't matter.
You can say cunt, but you can't say Jesus.
Yeah, we weren't. We were worried about the Asians, special interest groups, and all that. Those were the ones getting people fired, not the FCC. So whatever.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh God.
We don't need that type of humor anyway. The type that denigrates other people. There's a lot of ways to have fun.
If you have to do that,
Trash talking.
Yeah, we don't need that type of stuff.
No.
you know, I Michigan State. I was a student assistant for a while, which meant you led the. You know, they had the lectures on the television in the classrooms because it was such a huge university, and you'd be in charge of plugging in the television, turning on the show, you know, with the professors doing the main lecture, and then you'd turn off the TV and lead the discussions at the end. So the first day of class, everybody has to hand in their little thing, their name, and blah, 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 blah. So this one guy, and I never got to meet the guy, but it said name, address, major, blah, 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 and what's your goal in life, you know, stuff like that. So the guy's name and address, and says, what's your major? And he says, it's none of your business. And then I'll never forget, it said, what's your goal in life? He said, I want to rid the world of racial prejudice and chinks.
Nice.
I gave that to Peter Bales. He's been using his act for 30 years. Racial prejudice and chinks.
Fuck.
It's so stupid.
Yeah,
So Otto, very excited about his Stress Factory gig starting tonight. 2 shows tomorrow and 2 shows Saturday with the judging of the Halloween costume contest.
Yeah. Hey, so usually he would give me a Sunday when the next day was a legal holiday. He always used me for these odd nights, but he finally I go, why can't you just give me a fucking weekend like any other stand-up? Why am I this aberration? You know, every comedian I've worked with in the last 15 years has used the word cunt and cocksucker.
Right.
The MC uses it. You know, but you know, why am I like this freak that, you know, can't work?
Yeah.
Where I want to, you know, same thing at Caroline's. Lewis always has me doing some weird shit like I have to host or something. Just give me a weekend, put 2 guys before me, and let me do my act.
Do your
fucking deal.
It's about fucking time.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Vinny is weird. I don't know.
He's a weird guy.
Yeah.
But if you show up like that with that red pen in your pocket, you're going to show them that you mean business. I've been staring at that for 2 hours.
Now, a politician gave this to me on the platform coming in.
Who? McGreevy. He said, pull this out of my asshole, sir.
I got an appointment.
Jesus.
Never old, though.
We'll never live that down, Willie.
No.
Pen's been bothering me for
Sodomite. Really? Does it?
What? I'm bothered by the
I always
passport.
write ideas down.
It's
Like,
so prominent.
when you guys like were talking on the way in, I'm trying to like think of shit. And I'm going to bring it up 3 hours later.
What'd you have, though?
Wait,
It's funny
now you
now.
got it. Now you
I
got to
didn't
read
let
it.
it bother me. I went back an hour. I didn't get it.
Fuck it.
Otto, come on. Now you got to read it.
Now it's funny.
Come on. Now it's funny.
This is. I was going to talk about. I have new management now. My friend James D. Benedetto, and I said the first thing I want to get on the Jerry Lewis telethon because. You know, Jerry's getting up there, and I grew up on his movies, and he said to me, I couldn't get you on a telethon even if you had the disease.
That's hysterical.
Yeah.
That's very good.
Come on, you got to have like, what else?
Come on.
Come on,
Don't be
Otto.
shy.
I was going to
shy,
talk
Otto.
about the bathroom tiles and Trish and her fucking thing. Legalization of pot. Oh, Pepperidge Farm is going to start growing pot when they legalize pot and do commercials. For Pepperidge Farm, remember those good J's your mom used to roll when you were a kid? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Brings you Acapulco Gold. I won't be doing that this weekend.
Why? You should do that right before the Halloween contest.
Yeah. Oh, your mother's cunt. Larry! Larry!
You're going to find your bread jokes dead in the hallway, Larry.
It stinks when I try and write something new, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't.
That's great.
That was just... There's nothing better than...
Jew with a pen and a passport.
I love how he's gonna leave.
That's why he's got the.
Did you see when he was like about halfway into the Pepperidge Farm thing? He just wanted to leave. He wanted to fucking
know.
leave.
That's it.
And it was hysterical.
I'll be on the next elevator to the lobby.
When a joke bombs, he leaves the country.
I know.
That's why they find it.
There's a train leaving for New Brunswick in 10 minutes. Be under it.
My favorite part was he said, unprepared Jew with a pen and a passport.
I name names.
Oh, that pen makes me sick.
I
It's been
turned it
enraging me
around
for
so
3 hours.
Vote for me.
pocket protector.
You know, you
stabbed him in
get
the
so-
throat.
everything-
Oh, here's the other joke. You talk about the girl with the braces, Charlie. Something about the
porn
stripper.
chick,
yeah. The porn-
I was going to say, if you get a blowjob from a girl with braces, your cock will look like a totem pole. I came up with that in the car, and she was like, "All right, shut up. You shut up."
Good.
Make you cry.
Yeah, I'll make you cry.
Does she still laugh at your stuff, Otto? Or
I make her laugh all the
that's
time,
good.
but yeah,
that's good.
yeah.
It's hard to the act, though, because the chicks see the act after a while.
Yeah.
It's like, you know.
I don't. When she's at a show, I feel like I'm gonna like hold back on saying something really heinous. I'll edit myself somehow, even though she knows I don't mean what I say.
Right.
I'm gonna somehow think about her sensibility, and it'll affect me somehow. You know,
That's wonderful.
very depressing.
That was very deep.
Yeah.
You don't have a razor on you.
No.
And Jackie's going to be at Uncle Vinny's Comedy Club, Staten Island. One show Saturday, the 30th.
I got to tell you, it gets to the point where like every word is like Niagara Falls. Slowly, I turn. You talk about tiles at Michigan State in the bathroom in the lobby. You know those. You know the white 4-inch tiles in the bathroom, and you go in to take a crap, and way down in the grout between two of the tiles was little tiny letters, and I laughed at this for fucking 10 years. Here's all the tiles, and way down in the grout between the tiles, you bent over, and it said, "You are now shitting at a 45-degree angle." It's just fucking funny every time. Every time I hear the word tiles, I just fucking smile. It's just so stupid.
One of those dopey things. I remember the first time, and it's an old thing, but the first time I ever was standing at a urinal pissing and saw "Don't look up here, the joke's in your hand."
Funny every time.
I was fucking laughing so hard, man.
And now this is a guy who doesn't know how to follow up a story with a good story. I was pissing one time, and there was like a bunch of dicks and stuff on the wall. One guy who has an awful story of everybody's great stories.
Is that kind of a lost art? Like you go into bathrooms.
Some guy did a
you
book
don't really
on
see
graffiti
a
in
lot
bathroom.
of
Yeah, just
a lot of
dicks.
fuck you. This one sucks dick, and
A lot
Yeah.
of penises.
you know, shit. Now that you get brought up on fucking human resources charges if you're if you write something about some broad.
I'm black with 12 inches. Great. How big's your cock? You know?
Yeah.
Oh, you get some racist shit, and then it's like, "Fuck you, motherfucker! I'll kick your ass." It was like a battle.
Right.
Would be.
It was the original
written
blog.
out.
Yeah,
It's
right.
original blogging. All
Yeah, that
the
was
different
blog.
handwriting, different.
That's funny.
That was
stuff.
your
That's really
blog.
funny. It's exactly
your
what
web
it is.
page is a fucking partition in a
Exactly.
shitter.
Hey, there's a hole drilled in the middle of my webpage.
Yeah.
Meet me here at 4 p.m. Friday.
Julio sucks. Shit like that, right?
Yeah, someone did a book called, I think, Bathroom Art or something, where they had all
Yeah.
photos of graffiti in bathrooms. Which I
So
thought
was great.
genius.
Oh, so was great.
What a
Yeah, I saw a
brilliant
lot
idea.
in like some of the clubs when you like backstage at in the dressing room at CBGBs and shit like that. It was just a mess of graffiti and
But
a lot of the
sometimes
clubs.
it's too artsy and too smart. Like there's
I
nothing
don't
like
want
being in
that.
a truck stop where it's really written by fucking morons. You know? Oh, I really need to take this shit. Oh, so does your mom. You know, it's like just down home.
No thought to it.
No, nothing.
Hey, we got someone who wants to stump the joke man.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, this is Jackie's big bit here. Johnny Cleveland, you want to stump the joke man?
Yeah, what's up, guys? I want to toss one out to Jackie here.
Toss one out.
Yeah, let's hear it.
I'm going to toss it. Yeah. Hey, what do you call a fat broad with breast cancer?
A fat broad with breast cancer. I don't know.
Voluptuous.
What's that? We heard you.
You heard
It's
you.
not just me.
Funny.
What's that, sir?
It's not funny.
Let's try another one because the fat fuck in the other room didn't know what we were doing.
You dummy.
Piece of shit.
E-Rock, were you not paying attention?
There was no one on the phone, so I was checking the phone.
Oh,
Next
that's
time
good.
I catch you napping at the board.
Where's
I'm going to take a personal interest in making the listeners suffer.
Listeners.
worst
I
timing?
want you to take a look at that fat piece of shit.
Worst timing ever. Ever on this
horrible.
show.
I have no
Worst
idea what's going on.
Exactly.
Opie and Anthony. This is the Opie and Anthony Show. Sirius XM.